Hi, my name is Alexandriana Scott, and welcome to my talk on the importance of collaboration in a learning environment. The focus will be on intersubjectivity, scaffolding, and internalization through group work. So, what exactly is intersubjectivity? It is the development of a shared understanding through social interactions. This concept was put forth by Russian psychologist Lev Vygotsky. His sociocultural theory in the zone of proximal development is defined as the gap between a learner working independently versus what they can do through collaboration. His focus was mainly on children, but this can also be applied to adults. Vygotsky believes through others, we become ourselves. Examples of his theory include role playing, reciprocal teaching, learning a trade as an apprentice, cultural immersion via foreign exchange programs, and more. There is a method called scaffolding. In this method, there is power because it gives learners guided support to bridge the gap and help them understand new concepts or tasks. Then, once they become more competent in the subject or enhance their skills, this assistance is gradually withdrawn. This may include conversations that activate prior knowledge. Group participation encourages problem solving, reflection, critical thinking, and breaking down complex topics or tasks until they are manageable. An example of scaffolding is a trainer showing an operator step by step how to calibrate a machine until they are able to complete the task themselves. Another example is a teacher who guided students on the concept of fractions, then pairing those who struggled with more advanced learners. The once struggling student now is able to solve more complex problems. Sometimes during the group learning process, internalization can occur. This is when the learner subconsciously begins to integrate their collaborators' values, characteristics, actions, or standards with their own. An example of internalization includes a child watching a sibling tie their shoe and eventually learning to do it themselves. Another example is a student who is struggling to understand a science concept begins to apply what they have witnessed through discussions and guidance during lab work. Internalization can also lead to self regulation of the learner's behavior. For instance, a foreign exchange student learns cultural etiquette and manners of the country by modeling their host parents. Another instance is a toddler learning to manage their emotions while watching other children at a daycare. So let's take a trip back in time. Can you think of a time when collaboration with others helped you professionally or personally? If so, did those interactions impact your life temporarily or permanently? On the flip side of things, have you been an integral part in someone's learning through social interaction? One of the most impactful experiences in my life was being a foreign exchange student in the Congress Bundestag Youth Exchange Program. I was a senior in high school from a small town who had never traveled outside of the US. During my stay, I learned so much through cultural immersion. I had no knowledge of the German language or its people prior to my arrival. Through observation, interaction, and discussions with my host family, schoolmates, teachers, and strangers, I learned the language, importance of cultural sensitivity, differences in currency, the German culture, and so much more. I was also able to travel to other countries. This year long study abroad experience truly changed my life forever in a positive way. To wrap up, like a seed that has been planted in the ground, we grow. And like water to that seed, each experience adds to our growth and development. So let's grow together through social interaction. There is so much we can learn from one another. To learn more about Vygotsky, sociocultural theory, internalization, collaborative learning, and more, please visit these resources. Thank you for your time and attention.